CPPod podcast. An uncensored, wide open, anything and everything goes podcast. You won't find anything like it. And why is that? Because the Comfortably Poor podcast keeps it 100. Let's go.
What are you, nuts? 13 minutes late, but it's okay. No big deal.
That's probably a record. That's faster.
That's faster than normal.
Not 25.
We knocked off 5 minutes. Okay.
Respect.
5 to
Y'all
12
said
minutes.
cool runnings. We're like the Jamaican bobsled team. We're just getting faster and faster.
First off, before we handle even business, I want to shout out somebody who doesn't regularly get to come on with us, but our girl Alabama, right out the gate, I want to congratulate her for actually being on the air in her hometown. That's a dream we all achieve. We all wish to achieve, and shit.
Crushing it.
She got a fucking morning show. She got Morning Drive on a hit station in Birmingham, and it's where she grew up, and so it's super cool that she gets to say that. She gets to wake up in her own fucking hometown and do radio there. That's super dope. So just wanted to congratulate our own and show some love right out the gate.
103.7 The Q if you're in the area, if you're in Birmingham, Alabama area.
And if you just want to check her out,
in the
just
mornings.
pull up iHeartRadio, the app, and find 103.7 The Q. And you'll be able to find it on there. So that's super dope.
Top 40.
Yep.
Top 40, so keep that in mind. People like them pop hits, baby.
Yeah, baby.
So, what's been up, fellas?
I've been chilling, bro. I just been hanging out. I got my feet done earlier. I love getting my feet done. Some of my favorite stuff to do.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I
You did
love
the whole,
it.
paraffin dip and everything?
Everything, bro. The pet egg and the fucking... you know what I'm saying? They clean the cuticles.
But you do the shits where they dip your feet in the wax and everything, though?
I have,
paraffin
and I didn't do
wax
that
dip
today.
shit?
But I
Okay,
most
okay.
definitely have, and it's fucking lovely.
She looks up at you. Oh, you like,
Yeah,
honey?
yeah, just go higher.
You like
Just keep going higher.
harder? You like. Okay.
So, no, it's always
Listen
good.
here, Hokim. Just rub them shits.
What else?
Okay.
What else? I don't know, bro. I've just been chilling.
I can't
Look,
top that. I didn't get no
versus
mani-pedi.
versus was dope. Thank you
Versus
to
is
everybody
dope
who
as
showed up
always.
to Versus on Thursday. That shit was lit as fuck. Thank you to Michelle, who's been helping us out and keeping the shit in order. And so we really appreciate her for her help. So thank you for that.
And I think I got everything squared with my computer. My computer was acting boo,
What happened, yo?
but it should be good.
Too
now.
much porn, bro.
It just was freezing.
Like, we don't have to download
could
porn
be. I
anymore.
got-
You come on. You can just go to the
I got
website
the
on your
viruses.
phone, bro.
I got the viruses. Shit, I got the viruses.
You know how old school it
I
is
got
to
the
sit at your
PCs.
computer?
I got the PC viruses.
That's like the porn mag today. Is sitting at your
There's
computer.
something about being able to be in your office chair, flip that little flip on.
This
the
shit
side
is
and
creepy
lean
to
back
me,
and
yo.
just pull your dick out though.
I'm a little too new school in that regard, where I just kind of want to get that shit out, pull it up on my phone,
You just
and
rub one out on your morning shit. You just pull up. one
why
of your
not?
phone, your morning shit,
Yes,
just rub one out.
absolutely. Get the day started.
Wait, hold on.
That's
What
these Gen
position
Zers
are you
beating
in
their
when
dick.
you do this? Are you sitting in a chair when you do this?
Am I
Or
sitting in a chair?
I'm
How
gonna
do you
beat
rub
off in
one
the
out in
shower,
the morning
guy.
on the-
If I'm gonna beat off.
Oh,
I'm
you're beating off in the shower.
you beat off in the shower. Okay.
I don't like beating
I
off
don't
in the
like
shower.
scene, dude. I like to be
Me
right
either.
on my. I like to roll over on my back in bed and just like blow one on the ceiling. Just let the ceiling fan catch it. Dude. Like, yeah, you could just let the ceiling fan catch it. That'd be the way, bro. Like, fuck.
That's how do you clean
just
that?
wanna say
How do
that
you
one.
clean that?
Dude, like,
Carefully.
See,
I mean,
Carefully.
dish rag.
Dish rag.
Dish rag and stand on your queen.
Stand on your
Size
queen.
bed, size bed, size bed, size bed.
Glad you clarified. Thank you for the clarification.
Sorry.
Stand on your queen is
It's a blind-
wild.
It's a blind. Stand your queen is bad. Don't ever say that with a full stop.
We are throwing that on a shirt. We are throwing that on a shirt.
Stand on your queen.
Stand on your queen has to go on a shirt.
I mean, that's a shirt that can any. That's what do they call that? Unisexual.
Unisex, baby.
Whatever.
Absolutely.
Unisex. That goes for anybody,
We're
right?
gonna go for the gay dudes.
Dudes can wear
Yeah,
it.
that goes for the
Women
gay
can wear
dudes. They
that.
can, yes,
Gender
queen.
queer also. Very,
We got our
very
first
pro
unisex
trans
shirt.
here.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well,
Except
Stand
for
on your
Arkansas.
yeah, Arkansas. Don't.
Arkansas is going bananas right now, bro.
Yo,
Yo.
Arkansas. Boy, oh boy.
Oh my
One
God.
state I'm glad to not be a part of anymore.
I know you lived like a
Yeah.
king there, and it sounds so lovely.
In Arkansas?
Yeah, it sounds so lovely to
I did.
make that type
I
of
did.
money there, but it's like Arkansas.
Yeah. Couldn't I made it in like Hawaii?
Right?
Let me get that like anywhere but Arkansas. Like it was rough.
You want to take care of
That's
some
why I
business
just lived in my house.
before we continue?
Yeah, let's take care of some business. Big shouts out to 7saturdays.shop. If you're looking for your new graphic tees, your just weekend wear, long sleeves, short sleeves, tank tops, hoodies, pull up hoodie, zip up hoodies, all that stuff. 7saturdays.shop. They got all your graphic tees for movies, TVs, music, bands, all that kind of good stuff. Find your graphic tees there. 7saturdays.shop. Use code CPPod at checkout to save 20%. It's a one-time deal. Again, 7saturdays.shop. Code CPPod. Save 20%. 7saturdays.shop. And that is the number 7saturdays.shop. No phones today, but normally 844-997-0775. You can't always leave voicemails there when we're off air, when we're not doing anything. You can call in, let us know what's going on. You got a funny story, whatever it may be. Hit us on that line, 844-997-0775. Right now, right now you can use hashtag comfortably poor. Chat with us live on Twitter and YouTube. Those are the chats that are going to get monitored the most. So if you're on YouTube right now, chat with us there. If you're on Twitter, use that hashtag comfortably poor.
Yo,
That's that.
have you watched, did you watch Jeopardy this past Friday?
Yes. This past Friday, yes, yeah.
Okay, so
course.
who's hosting right now?
It was Dr. Oz, and this Monday it'll be Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, yeah, I didn't think Dr. Oz sounded like you. My friend, my friend hit me,
God damn.
who's an avid fucking Jeopardy watcher, and
They must be old too, huh? They're in their 40s?
no, they're my age. No, they're 29.
Wow. Okay.
I'm telling you, dude, I've done a very good job at surrounding myself with people who appear that much older around my age. So, but they were telling me how whoever was on Jeopardy sounded like you, and I was like, no. If it's Dr. Oz, I don't think Dr. Oz sounds like you.
Nah.
So maybe they were talking about
Definitely
Aaron.
not.
I don't know. Maybe they saw
I
promos
mean,
for
Aaron
Aaron.
Rodgers doesn't come on until this week.
So we'll see.
It could be.
But I kind of
I don't know. That's
was
weird.
taken aback by that because I was just like, no, the Dr. Oz definitely does not sound like you.
No, that shit doesn't. Definitely not. No Dr. Oz, no Aaron Rodgers. That shit.
So we'll see.
In a few months, I'll start to sound like Steve-O. And that's about it.
Steve-O.
That's
I'm
the
taken
comparison I
aback
ever
by
get,
that
so.
because I was just like,
I can
no,
see that.
But you
Dr.
guys
Oz-
probably won't get any of that till like September or maybe October. So we'll see. We'll see how long it goes.
We will
It's
see.
starting to have its moments. It rears its head every now and then. I'm like, don't do this now. But yeah. So, I got a couple good videos here for you.
No,
guys
let's
to
do it,
jump
man.
into.
Let's hop into it.
Let's go into this first. Let's go into a little bit of this for prayers up to DMX. Dude had a little incident, overdosed, caused a pretty massive heart attack. The last thing I heard is that they did get him off life support and he was breathing on his own, which is a good sign. A lot of the reports that came out earlier today were that it was pretty bad. And they didn't really know what the outcome was going to be. So we're not going to speculate on anything other than, shout out DMX, get better, prayers up.
Yo, it's
That's going to be a big one. I saw your tweet earlier.
Yeah.
That's your childhood. He's more in the teenage years for me, but definitely
for me,
a pretty predominant time in my life.
Like I said, one of the first, we've talked about this before, the first hip hop songs, and I always list Quiet Storm, the remix especially with Lil Kim by Mobb Deep, and then of course Rough Riders Anthem, right? And then a lot of hits around that time. That was the album I got in trouble for having because it was laced with curse words. That's before that was just probably a couple years before I was a pervert at 8, so it didn't last long. The goody two shoes didn't last too long. But yeah, man, thinking about X, that shit's fucking crazy. And you know what's so wild is where this in the state that he's typically in, this probably should have happened earlier. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm shocked it didn't happen years ago. I've never known somebody who's went to jail that many times and got out that many times as much as X, so.
Right.
He's always headed down been heading down a wild path. What happened, bro?
How many times did Raekwon go to jail?
Shit. Great question.
Enough?
Yeah. Enough.
Styles P.
Everybody's been there. A time or two, right?
Tony. Come on, G.
Yeah, but Tony Yayo.
Some of these guys have
Tony
some
Yayo.
amazing rap sheets.
Tony Yayo.
Tony Yayo.
Oh shit.
Okay. Tony Yayo. Get out of here with that guy. Okay. This is the first one I found. I don't know. All my videos saved all over the place, so that was
It's fine. It's fine. Let's get into it.
kind of irritating, but this one is our kind of video. So
Holy
let's jump
shit.
into this. We'll get the conversation out there. See what we have to say and what other people have to say.
Clark County 911.
Somebody's really drunk driving down.
This isn't the right one, but this is a good one. Let's go with this one.
Which way are they going?
They are going
Towards Granton or towards Gainesville?
towards Granton.
Okay, are you behind them or?
No, I am them.
Are you in them?
Yes, I am them.
I am them.
If you want to call and report to you,
I am.
Okay, what's your name?
I am.
Mary.
Okay, hold on 1 second, Mary, okay?
Okay.
Are you still driving right now?
Yes.
Do you want
That's
to stop
a
driving
woman?
before you get in an accident?
Yes, I
Yeah.
will stop.
Mary.
Okay, you gonna stop right now?
Yep, I will stop right now.
Okay, just hold on a second, okay?
Okay, I'm
Yep,
stopping.
I go stop her.
Okay, just hang on
Yeah,
the
it's a
phone.
woman,
okay?
Mary.
Okay.
Shout out her.
She's a
She
boss.
was aware of her situation. She knew.
She's a boss.
She said, look, goddamn, I got to get home. But I've thrown a couple martinis back. Fuck it, let's call the cops on myself. They're going to help me get home. They're going to help me find my way. Right? They don't say no to us.
and
They
she-
help us.
She wasn't wrong. She wasn't wrong. They're gonna help her find her way, probably to a drunk tank. But yeah, they're gonna help her.
Look, here's the deal. This is so good because I'm gonna try to find this old fucking video, but this is pretty much just like the guy who called trying to look for how to sell weed. He was trying to sell weed, and he called the
What is
cops
it?
asking them how to sell. Let me see if I can find it. But I love
Okay.
that so much.
In
She
the-
was
in
so
the- in the-
she
in
was
the
so
meantime,
G
you
about
got
it
some
though.
more?
I am them.
I am them. Yeah, can you play that again from the top?
Yeah.
Clark County 911.
Somebody's really drunk driving down Granton Road.
Which way are
Oh,
they going?
right.
They are going
Towards Granton or towards Neilsville?
towards Granton.
Okay, are you behind them or
No, I am them.
Yeah. Best answer.
you am them?
Yes, I
And then
am.
listen to
Time out
him
for the
though, dude.
ridiculous.
Like,
And tonight we're adding a veritable
behind
cornucopia
them, or-
of pot-centric.
like he copied her, so
No,
it
I
made
am
him sound
them.
like even stupider.
You am them?
I am them.
You
Okay. so
You am
want to
them?
report that
Okay.
You're driving drunk.
Yes.
Okay, what's your name?
And he's just like, okay.
Mary.
Two men
Like that's a
attempting
story
to
that guy
smuggle
has to
marijuana
tell though, right?
across
Like that
state
guy
lines
went home that night or that day or whatever. He's like,
He-
yo,
authorities.
Guess
he's
what the
he's
fuck
in at least
happened?
4 bars telling this story. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
he's like, do you
The
want
homies
to
are gonna hear about
what
this
happened
shit.
to me today? I had this dumb girl
I just would like you guys to end it.
called the
You
cops
guys-
on her.
You could help me out with that.
because
You could,
she
like,
was driving
get,
drunk.
get on with it.
You got caught doing what?
Say it again,
22
John. Oh, you heard me.
Damn, I
didn't
can't find the
stutter.
goddamn call. That's so good. That's so good. But you know, this is the fun of, I guess the gift and the curse, like the gift of the curse, the gift of the gift and the curse when you do this type of job, because that is a really fucking mentally taxing job. I remember like every time I've met
Yeah.
fucking people who have been former dispatchers and shit, I ask them all the time, I'm like, what's the craziest call? Yes, please. What's the craziest call that you can really like dial back on? And I remember this one lady was just like, oh, that would mentally mess me up if I had to talk about it. it's a fucking job, man.
I mean,
You
you,
know,
have
the
to be
two-
the right
the two-
person to
the
do
two
that kind of
jobs
job
that I
too, though,
think-
right? You have to have a certain
No,
personality
definitely. You
for that
definitely
shit.
have to be the right person, and you have to have a certain ability to compartmentalize. And like, you know, I think the two jobs that have that in common, like that 911
And
dispatcher
therapist.
and also air traffic controller. No,
Oh,
fuck
air
that,
traffic controller for sure. I would imagine
Dude,
your brother's
Jesus.
job has to be pretty crazy on him at some points, Dan. Like being a funeral home director and shit. Like
Yeah,
you
one of
got
the
some
last
dude that's
cases.
basically decapitated
No, that's
coming into
it.
your house or
That's
into
it,
your-
dude. One of the
your funeral
last
home
things
and you
that
gotta
he
put
did-
his head back on for his family and shit.
One of the last things that he saw before
Just
he
touch him,
he
dude.
left his job,
Yeah.
and he didn't leave it on for this reason. He's trying to go back to school, but he fucking saw a person come in pieces, man. Like they cut his fucking his arm looked like a chicken wing. Like they cut at the wrist and then they cut at like the elbow. And
Damn. Like they were
And-
trying to do some fucked
no,
up
they
shit.
they were trying to kill this guy. I mean, they smashed his face in. It was the most egregious thing he said he had seen in that job. I mean, and he'd been there for about 4 years, you know?
Crazy.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
it's
But that's got to be taxing on you too, though, man. All the shit that you see every day.
Oh, my God.
And multiple times a day, right? Like it's not like it's one a day. Like every hour you got an appointment with somebody that's got something
Yeah.
else going on. Every couple
And
hours, you
especially
got a body
during
coming in,
COVID.
or, you know,
But-
like
like
I
COVID
have-
was
I
crazy.
I have a contrasting story though.
yeah.
No, check it. So, I've talked to a few medical examiners. Think about how many bodies they have to deal with on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
a lot of,
and they're
but,
cutting
like, that's
shit
the
up.
thing. Like a lot of the medical examiners that I've talked to, they like their work. I feel so. I guess that kind of supports what we were saying earlier. Like
It's the
there's a
personality,
certain
right?
mental thing that goes. Yes, there's a certain mental thing that goes into it. Like. Some of these guys, yeah, definitely is taxing on them, you know, especially if you have to deal with people. I think it's more like if you have to deal with people's lives, like if you have to deal with, like, again, the air traffic controller who has to deal with thousands of people people's lives on a daily basis, and knowing that he could fuck up and just really destroy things in the air and on the ground.
Do some damage.
And a 911 dispatcher. Yeah, exactly. And a 911 dispatcher who could literally save a life or whose fuck up could cause a life to be lost, you know, that sort of stuff really weighs on you. In comparison to people who actually work with dead bodies, like, I think you kind of have to like it to a certain degree. You know what I mean? You over here fucking slicing into some shit, Y incisions 14 times a day.
Well, there was a
coroner,
there was a lady
pathologist
on Discover. I don't know. It was one of those shows back in the day. Me and my ex-wife used to watch the shit. I think her name was Dr. G, and she was
That sounds like a
Let me at her.
sick name, too, actually.
what
Of course, it was a female.
God damn it. Whatever the fucking shit that you just said, a medical examiner. She was like a medical examiner down in Florida, and she had a reality show about her though, where she would literally. The show was 30 minutes of her dissecting what had happened to the person and watching her go through a process of like figuring out how the person died, what was going on, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, same thing. She'd cut into shit. She'd cut around like bullet holes and figure out like entry wound and exit wound shit. But it was dope because it was yes. Learning shit, like watching her break it down, like figuring out how somebody died and analyzing and shit. I was like, oh, this is actually pretty dope. I think she's been on like major like murder trials and shit too. Like people brought her in for forensic science and shit. But yeah, some of that shit definitely take its toll on you. If this plays right, this was the initial clip that I wanted to play for us because I felt like this probably fits our show. Well, it fits for you two. So let's see how it goes.
Now, for you guys out there that don't like getting your ass licked, and quite frankly, I don't even care about getting my ass licked, but the reason why I make girls lick my ass is because I know I own them at that point.
Wait,
I don't know if y'all guys seen that movie.
Wait, what?
No, this is a great point. Charlamagne used to say this.
When the people would die, and Patrick Swayze could see the ghost.
He says he owns them. He said he owns them after he makes them eat their ass.
Dude, get the fuck
watch
outta
his,
here.
No, hold on. Hold on.
Here comes his analogy.
Mm-hmm. This is good.
The analogy is better.
Play this shit. The soul leaving the people body. That's how it is when a woman's licking your ass. You can see the soul leaving up out of her body. So it's not that you even care about getting your ass licked or nothing like that. It's the fact that I know I own you. Bitch, you are my property. You understand what I'm saying? And I ain't no peanut butter, no jelly. You get to taste the raw ass.
See the soul.
Lick your ass raw means you own that bitch. Alright? So I want all my guys to be hoes licking ass.
So there you go. There you think twice before you say you're all about licking ass next time, women.
I don't know if I should be distancing myself from this or like trying to get this.
So when Charlamagne used to talk about eating ass, like heavy on his podcast and his show, he used to say that all the time. He was like, if you have a girl eat your ass, she can never talk shit about you when y'all over. Oh, whatever, nigga. You had a little dick anyway. So you still ate my ass, bitch. You still ate my ass, bitch. He used to say that all the time. You can never, literally take the power. You take the power back.
Yeah. That is so funny.
I think it's a good laugh. I think it's a good laugh line, but I don't necessarily subscribe to that as like the word you could say to somebody. Like, I mean, if someone says you ate my ass, I mean, there's definitely better rejoinders than. I don't think that tops it. But it's funny though. I mean, I'll give Charlamagne.
It's so good. I mean, it's true though. You can't talk shit if you really ate where shit comes out of, bro.
Sure you can.
Don't put it like that. Don't put it like that. Don't come on.
Oh, my bad. Too graphic?
Dan, 90% of 90% of the New York comedians in the world.
We'll eventually get it.
Like, do you disagree with this?
No, he won't. He got the trash ass Wi-Fi
shit all the time.
Chicago Wi-Fi and bullshit.
Oh fuck! Am I breaking up?
You were heavy. You know,
like a bad relationship.
New York.
Did you say like a bad or a black?
Comedians?
No, I said pretty much that 90% of the New York comedians talking shit at these roasts. These guys all eat ass.
I mean, but then let's flip it to the flip side, like what you said, Dan. Like, she can't ever say shit about you. Like, same thing, right? Like, if you eat her ass, but she never eats your ass. Like, I know men don't care as much, but it's the same thing.
It's the
right?
same
like,
idea. Oh yeah, it don't matter who. You still eating their ass, bro.
Yeah, you're eating ass.
Certain people
Eating
are gonna
ass,
look at
period.
you a certain way for that shit.
Mark.
No matter what it is, and like,
I think they're also the little dick people who probably couldn't get any ass to begin with. But yeah, that's just me.
I don't associate
you like
the lack of not liking your ass eating or shutting it down with small
but
dicks.
why would that be? No, think about it though. Like, why would that even be something to say to somebody if that just does not come up when I'm fighting with an ex. Like, oh, you ate my ass. Like, what? Like, that's not realistic. It's one of the stupidest things I've ever fucking heard. But again, it's funny. The way Charlemagne phrases it is funny. But it ultimately it's just not a realistic thing that's ever come up. Have you ever said that to an ex? Honestly, have you said that?
No. Ass eaters on a whole.
Exactly.
From a woman's standpoint, wait. Let me tell y'all. From a woman's standpoint, okay, I'm an intelligent ass female. But if I ate a dude's ass, he has my soul for life.
That's a fact, baby.
I will never
See?
talk about that man.
Thank you, Michelle.
No, and I'm telling y'all, from a standpoint of a woman, a strong woman, if a man can get me that low in life, then he owns my soul. Okay? I don't care. You always had a job. You never slept on the couch. I sucked your dick every day.
Never, bro.
Michelle's gonna make a man very happy one day.
Michelle. Yo, Michelle is wild.
That she,
and right now.
Because women, we like power. Like, I'm not, like, bitches who say they don't lie.
That's a fact.
As a woman, I like to be the powerful one in a relationship. If I lick your ass, you got all the power. Yes, God.
Yeah, that's the truth, man.
Like, you have all of the relationship. There's no shit.
You're stooping to a level. No, it's a matter of stooping to a level, baby.
Your job tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, there's some levels to that shit. Yeah.
Thank you.
From a perspective of a strong woman, you will own me.
So it might not come up in an argument, Brando, but it's there and it's real.
I'm positive. I'm positive it's not coming up in an argument. I'm positive it's not coming up in an argument.
It depends how petty your ex is.
Yeah.
Because I'm petty.
I definitely agree.
It might make my dick hard.
I'm about to rub one out.
She's in touch with herself enough to admit it depends on how petty your ex is. It totally depends on how petty your ex is. Yes.
If y'all don't hear me for a few minutes, y'all know why.
I would say something like that would come up. Something definitely like that would come up in your teen years, right? If you're in the teen years, shit like that I can hear coming up out of a teenager's mouth.
Oh, that's so good.
Usually, the chicks I mess with, not usually. But that is hilarious.
And you know,
she said,
I love how real that shit was. Every other female on stage is muted.
Oh my god!
I just want to make that clear.
Shout out Michelle. Shout out the real one.
Yeah.
Shout out a real one.
That shit is hilarious.
Here's a good. This is kind of in. All right, it's not in the same vein of eating ass, but this is an interesting point, and we'll talk about it. But I think there's some truth to this one.
All of my friends are men. I don't have female friends. I don't. I'm incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because come on.
Because you have a wife.
Well, I have a wife, and I don't really have female friends because look. Okay. Let's get rid of this myth right here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There's some guy somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship we have.
That's
We
real.
remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor. And trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in that crack the moment he gets the opportunity. Because we're
Most
guys.
men think this way?
99.9% of us think that.
Steve Harvey's a goddamn hater. Quit giving away all our goddamn secrets,
Yeah,
bitch.
this is why I can't stand niggas like him, because that fucking what was that movie? Think Like a Man.
Think Like a Man, yeah.
He really said some sucker shit in that. Nobody's waiting 90 days, and I think we talked about that shit. But
nobody wants the 90 days.
But he's right.
But
right?
this
Like, let's be honest, fellas,
he's
right.
on
Like,
it. He's on it.
So
for the most part, because I think in 2021,
I was gonna say,
we definitely have some
Adam,
homegirls,
you're
right?
cleaning
Like,
up a little bit of language. No. Let's just be Hold on. He's right to a certain degree, right? Like, okay. Is there always a sexual element of tension around attractive people?
we should
I think
preface
that's
this
obvious,
that
yes.
Brando
Like,
hates Steve Harvey with a passion.
That is true.
yeah, I hate. Oh my god, I do. I'm surprised you remember that, Adam. Real good.
Nah,
good,
come on,
good.
I pay attention.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
don't like
finish
Steve
your-
Harvey.
Finish your thought.
Yeah, fucking hate Steve Harvey so much. Sorry. No, but the reality is, he is right to the degree that like attractive people being around other attractive people who whose hormones are in balance and everything. Definitely, there's an element of sexual tension. Not sexual tension, but sexuality. Like you can that ability or that possibility is always kind of in the air, biologically speaking. I think, you know what I mean? Let's kind of have like, I've always had
around
feelings
each
for this
other,
person,
then
and
it'd be
10 years
tense.
later they finally have sex. Yeah. Sometimes there's, but I also think it's disingenuous, right? Because he's making it sound like he's leaning into this idea that it's impossible for 99.9% of guys to have a platonic female friend. That I don't agree with. There's tons of those. Either because maybe the two people don't find each other sexually attractive in that way. Maybe the one's after girls and the other is a gay guy. Like, there's a lot of different scenarios in which you can find a male and a female who do not engage in sexual intercourse and have a stable, good friendship, and sometimes quite long term. So, I don't know. I see where he's coming from as far as it being a thing in the animal kingdom, but it's not something that is, absolute in the way he seems to be alluding to.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be 100% honest too. Like a man and a woman, is it ever really 100% not a chance? Like, is it ever really 100% not a chance that you might not slip in?
Over time, things can always happen
with your own girl. Like, yeah, like shit could happen. Like, I mean,
because it does. Again, over time,
Exactly,
things can always
exactly.
happen. Things can always change. Yeah.
What I would say as a woman is two things. First of all, I like that he established that a man will go as far as a woman allows him. But that goes for women too, because I got some trifling ass female friends. Like, and them girls will be friends with a dude until they can smash. As soon as they know that dude is single, then they be like, it's not just men anymore.
Thank you, Michelle.
We need to establish, it's not just, I got some female friends that are hoes. I love them hoes, but they hoes. Like, and they know who they are. Like, we have to stop breaking it down into like, oh, it's just men, because women can be just as trifling. And a man will allow, I have men friends, and they know that they're my friends. I established that from Jump Street. My intention with you was friendship. If you push me, I'm not going to fuck with you anymore. That establishment.
Definitely agree with that. I think
and as long as that,
there's no difference at this point where like women are acting straight up like niggas when it comes to access to sex.
Hell yeah. What you said, man.
And the thing is, it sounds good for a man to be called out like that, but I can tell you right now, I know dudes who actually have really solid platonic female friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing more. Nothing fucking more.
Big facts.
But this guy clearly is making it sound like he doesn't, right? So I guess the correction really isn't needed in this point.
Like, yeah, whenever I listen to Steve Harvey, like Steve Harvey's like he's in a cult. Like, he doesn't have any actual reasoning ability. Everything Steve Harvey says is coming from like some sort of black and white perspective. And anytime you run into a person with too much black and white, that's a person you should really worry about. He's too cocksure fucking everything. He's gonna get you and himself killed.
Well, probably a lot of what he says now comes from getting a paycheck, right? Like he knows
what he's got.
Say certain shit because he's like the love doctor. He's the this guy now, and he's this and he's that. He's known as these things, and those things all come with a paycheck now.
But let's
say this shit because there's money associated.
Let's not act though.
He's the Black Dr. Phil, right? Black Dr. Phil, in effect.
Let's not act though like you can't gain. Hold on. Let's not act though like you can't gain attraction for somebody. Like, you become friends, and years down the road, you know what I'm saying? So you hang around you hang around people long enough, and you find whatever might be attractive about them that you might have not seen before. But I've always said something is definitely wrong with you if you can't have a platonic friendship with somebody of the opposite sex. I think something is like mentally fucking wrong with you, and you're just a horn dog. You're a desperate ass horn dog.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and just be I'm gonna be a woman here and say that all men are horn dogs naturally, but you know I would advance.
So then you're agreeing with what he said.
You're probably no. Horn dog is a stupid word that like women who couldn't have orgasms invented, because they were not wanted by a lot of men. Horn dog is a stupid word. It's not a real thing. I hate that fucking term. Horn dog. God.
Okay, you're horny.
My goodness. Everything is being scrutinized. Are you okay? Today is something wrong?
You guys were asking about words that I hate. Remember you guys were asking about words that I hated? There's a word I hate. There we go. We found one. One. Horn dog.
Yo.
I hate the fucking term horn dog.
You know what? I just heard another one though.
That should have came out of my mouth, not Dave's mouth.
I just heard another one though. That made me think of fucking horrible words. Curds. For cheese curds?
Curds and what?
Like, curds sounds crazy. That shit sounds fucking
that shit came from
crazy,
Wisconsin,
dog.
That's a white-ass word. That shit came from Wisconsin. That's a white-ass word. Let's be honest. Yo, some deep-fried cheese curds are bomb.
They are good, though. Some greasy-ass shit. Oh.
If you're reading that shit off a menu, it doesn't sound.
I never had that until I went to Wisconsin. So shout out to my niggas in Wisconsin, yo.
Shout out Claim Jumpers. They got
Claim Jumpers is a great place, by the way, and I had them in Washington State.
Shout out to Border.
Grab a steak and a bunch of fucking cocktails and have a good day at Claim Jumpers.
Claim Jumpers has some bomb ass goddamn ribs. If you guys ever have an opportunity to find.
Find you a
Claim Jumpers. Head out there and have some motherfucking wings and some cheese curds, some ribs and cheese curds. What?
What is it like called? Black and white pasta?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, black tie pasta or something. Black and white pasta. I don't know. Pretty bomb shit. Let's talk about this though, because you brought up Dr. Phil. Shout out Steve Harvey. Appreciate everyone giving their input as well. And I don't know if there's anybody down there, but if you do want to come up and comment on anything that we're talking about, just raise your hand. Somebody will pull you up the stage and you can throw your 2 cents in. Y'all remember this girl? Oh, of course I didn't play.
No, it's okay. I know what you're fucking about to talk about. And I can.
Me too.
Here, I'll pull up.
Let me just play the real quick.
The Turnabout Ranch. He's about to talk about the Turnabout Ranch.
Okay, there we go. this clip now. Hate when I do a setup and shit doesn't work for shit. Comfortably poor, baby.
It's all good. They know what they're gonna get by now.
Okay. Exactly.
Everything has to be Barbara Ann's way or no way. She'll go after me. Good, bitch. Like if I tell her like hit me, she'll try to hit me and I gotta like dodge her. Cause if she hits me, I'm giving it to her. I'm pretty violent. I mush her in the face cause she wouldn't get out of my face. Either I'm breaking down her door or she's breaking down my door. I don't stop till I start seeing dents in the door. Cause I knew what I was doing, you did it. She's so over exaggerated. But she'll be like, oh, she threw boulders at my window. The pebble's like this little. She'll threaten me. If you don't do this or that, then I'm gonna call your PO.
You got one more time to hit me, Danielle. You got one more.
I ran out 4 times in one day. And the cops brought me back every time. She wants me to be sent away. You want me to do just as bad? Put me in jail.
So.
All right, before you go, I have a news report here on it.
Yeah. Shout out Danielle Bragoli. Sound white as fuck.
All right, guys. In this video, I want to talk about this bad.
Your last name ends in an I. You white as fuck.
Yeah, it's the same. I'm getting old. End up time once your daughter turns 18 and becomes a free spirit, or maybe she already has. I don't know. So, anyways, Bad Baby opens up an OnlyFans, and she makes $1 million of revenue within 6 hours of opening up her OnlyFans.
This is some nasty shit. This is like when
that's the story.
This is like when Tyga was redshirting Kylie. And he was going out with Kylie. She was like 17. And they were like, yo, this nigga's redshirting. All these niggas that paid money to see this chick naked was redshirting that bitch.
But do we know what's on her OnlyFans, though? Is she getting naked? I didn't read all that much. Is she showing shit?
Fuck.
Because I don't know. Is she showing her tits? Is she showing her twat?
I would
what
have
is she
to
doing?
assume.
Twat. The white person word.
I would have to assume is some sex shit because she was an out of control teen.
Yeah.
Right?
She just caught the millie real quick.
Well, here's
Here's
what happens, and that's fucking insane. But here's what happens when you try to give like an out of control teen a music career that doesn't go anywhere. So she has to fucking use her body to make up all that money. Let's make it very clear that a lot of that money is not going. I mean, she has to pay some of that shit back to
I mean, it was Atlantic, right?
Atlanta gave her a
shot,
fat deal too. They gave her a fat advance.
Yeah.
But shit.
I mean,
this is why I've said before, if I had a pussy,
get that bag.
If
baby,
I had a pussy,
bro, I should be plastered all over the internet.
Put that shit all over.
Bro, my fingers would be jammed so far up my shit. It would.
Bro.
I'm guessing this.
What?
So sorry, just to add to context.
Yeah.
Who this is? I'm assuming we're talking about the same character.
Yeah, Bad Baby. This was the out of control teen, the Catch Me Outside girl on Dr. Phil.
Okay, so because I'm from the UK, Dr. Phil only comes once in a blue moon, which is probably a good thing, really. But anyway, carry on.
Okay.
The way that she showed off her earnings, by the way, was through a picture on Instagram, because of course that's the new way to prove how you're making some motherfucking money. But yeah, she
along with the video clip, I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up.
Are you?
Wow.
Yeah.
You know.
So basically, she was this unruly teen who probably needed a couple of slaps.
Yeah,
all right.
turned 18 and started showing her shit on.
I had to look because when I did her birthday,
And then decided to go on OnlyFans.
when I did her
Go ahead.
birthday, on the radio show this past week or whatever, whenever I had announced her birthday in the celebrity birthdays, I had to look up to be like, she's only fucking 18? Like, I was.
I feel like she's been around for like 10 years.
And I keep forgetting that she was 13 in 2017 or whatever when that clip went viral. So it makes sense. It makes fucking sense. But still, it's like, fuck.
She told Dr. Phil when he was like, "Where'd you learn to speak like that?" Her mom said, "Tell him. Tell him." She said, "The streets." The streets. Okay. Shout out the
it
streets.
says that.
Must be.
Yes.
Go ahead, Michelle.
99. She charges $23.90. This is from Fox Business. She charges $23.99 for exclusive photos and videos. So
She
but
must be desperate.
She did turn 18. This was 9 hours ago that they made this article. She did turn 18 on March the 26th.
They receive 80%
And
of their earnings,
$23.99
man.
Also gets you. Yep.
Yeah.
And it also gets you direct messages. Bad Baby will
Sorry,
send you direct
she receives
messages.
8% of her earnings, or they do? Which
She
one?
does.
She does.
Well,
So yes, she is 18. They are disgusting, but she gets exclusive. They get exclusive photos and videos for $23.99. Shout out to Danielle Bergoli.
Shout
she can
out
keep
Bad
it.
Baby though, man.
Hey, if you got it, and if people are dumb
telling
enough,
you, bro,
if
I
people
would be
are
doing
dumb
the
enough to
same thing.
pay, and if I had a fucking pussy and I went viral, oh my god, I'd be making fucking millions too.
Yo, for $5,
Oh.
y'all can see Pinky in the brain right now. I'm telling y'all. Cash at me, baby. Cash at me, baby. I'm telling you. I got you. $5. $5, Buster. I mean, I'll get it out there.
What's up, Jeremy?
No shame in my game.
I said, I'm trying to pay to smell that pussy. I can't smell it on OnlyFans.
Oh, okay. That's perfect. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. That really
It's the
takes
way
me to our
Jeremy be
next
saying
video.
shit that be killing me, yo.
He doesn't give two shits.
Real, man.
Oh shit.
Let me get to this video. This is
Yeah, she
a
could
little
definitely
bit of
keep
a
it.
long video. We'll work through it together. But look, one, there's a lot. Look, there's a lot to break down in this video. Okay, I'm just gonna tell y'all now. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. Prostitution's a hell of a job career. And white dudes are creepy as fuck. So let's check out this
That's a
video.
fact.
And let me make sure it plays properly.
Oh, pencil tucky, what the fucky?
Every once in a while, it's good, but
So your girlfriend sells coke?
So let me just preface this just a little bit. This is a prostitute. She's with a dude. About to do some business. But she's got to take care of some business before she can do the business.
yeah, a little bit.
So she's a prostitute?
No.
Just keep it real, it's okay. I had boyfriends that knew I was a prostitute, and he was fine with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, this page about to be blocked too, honey. What?
She's live
It's gonna be
streaming it,
blocked.
basically.
Let me see the coke. Did you break it up?
Jesus Christ, these guys are retarded.
Are you gonna send me more money?
Yeah, hold on, wait.
No,
what?
no.
This is his girlfriend?
This is a prostitute. This is a white dude, old white dude that picked up a prostitute, got her some coke, got her some liquor.
And she's live streaming this to her, like, Facebook?
Somewhere. Yeah, she's live streaming this
Holy
somewhere.
mother of
But
God.
this is it.
I'm just looking at my face.
But let's just, it's a little long one, but there's some good nuggets in
Oh
here.
my God, it's the cocaine banana.
Don't do drugs, people. Don't do drugs, okay? Look, Drugs are bad. Drugs make you do some stupid shit.
I may or may
bark
not.
like a poodle.
I may or may not have
Don't do drugs.
done this drug, and this never happened to me. This is how I know.
Bark like a dog?
This is how I know.
bark like a dog?
No. Was she trying to get the drip out? She's trying to handle that drip. Just like
no. There's more.
Which nose I had to use yesterday? I had to. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe.
This bitch is high as a kite already.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo does not work with two choices. I just want to make that very clear for everybody, okay? It'll always end up on...
It's one or the other.
It'll always end up on the last one.
Real good. If you're real good, you just start and you put a straw up each nose. You start in the center and you go outward. You just go outward. You just take that shit double barrel, baby. Double barrel.
Double barrel.
So we sucking dick.
Whoa.
But let me get some more liquor because I want to get drunk. I can't. So we sucking dick. But let me get some more liquor because I want to get drunk. I can't. That coke.
This is... Oh my God. Now I know why they played those videos in school.
I can't. That coke. So we sucking dick. But let me get some more liquor because I want to get drunk. I can't. That coke. My lips are burning.
Yes, that's what Coke does.
Where's the lip pumping? Where's the vodka? Baby, I'm going to be all coked up. You're going to send more money, right?
Yeah, well, what are we doing here?
What we agreed to. Like, babe,
You don't do multi-hour discount?
I'll work with you because you just sent me money already. I'll work.
Hold on.
Holy
2021
shit.
Hosby got that Cash App and Venmo. Hit me on my Cash App, baby. Like, there's no exchange anymore. She's like, I got that Venmo. I got
Just
the Cash
keep
App.
feeding me money.
You got PayPal?
Dude, technology, like
2021
online
hoes are
payments
crazy.
changed the game. Changed the motherfucking game.
With you. That's one thing Blashy do. I work with my motherfucking customers. You heard?
I heard. Oh, I heard.
I think we missed it, but at one point he goes, Are you filming? He's like, no, I'm just looking at myself.
Yeah. I'm fucking. That coke is bullshit. You know I'm from North, so
No,
that,
it's
I need
not.
real coke. That coke don't do nothing for me. I need another
Says she
round.
from
How
North.
much she charge for that? I mean,
Oh my God, it had to be a Jersey bitch.
Oh, that's not that bad. My lips are like they're on fire.
That shit is working, girl.
That's the purest of the pure.
I was about to do the same. No, I didn't.
Sorry, every time I sniff, I bark. I'm sorry. Where's my cup at? I just had it. Where my
This
cup
shit
at?
gets it every time.
Oh God, now I feel the coke. I be getting too coked up. I don't know when to stop. And then I get home, then I realize I'm too coked up. So I need to learn to stop with the coke because I can sniff a whole 8-ball in 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
It's bad. I could really sniff an 8-ball in
This
5
bitch is
minutes.
gonna have a
That's
split
gone.
fucking
Yeah, I can sniff a whole 8-ball.
septum.
That shit ain't about nothing.
Septum,
You got a straw?
Straw, yeah. I just got
My lips are plumping up.
Those aren't injections, bitch.
Hoes these days be on another level, bro.
Listen.
Another.
If she hasn't got one already,
Yeah.
you know, it's just
When she hit me with the send me money thing, like he cash apped her. Or Venmo, that's when I lost it. That's when I originally watched this video. I was like, yo, they're doing shit a
would've
little
been like,
differently
bye-bye.
out here today. They're doing shit a little differently.
That is
I don't know
something
if you heard
else.
Adam, but she worked with her customers.
She does work with her customers. She got payment plans. She got layaway, literally layaway. Like she worked with her customers. She she is
no
a
interest.
customer pleaser. Customer
6
first.
months
The customer's
financing,
always
no
right.
interest on this pussy.
And we thought
She
Daniel
pulls out the
Rodoni
little
was
card
bad.
reader from her pussy and shit. Go ahead, swipe, baby. I got you.
She got the
Swipe.
tip drill, bro.
Swipe that shit.
I got a strip on my ass. Just swipe through the butt cheeks. Swipe through the butt cheeks, baby.
She old school. She pulls out one of those little slider things. You just hear.
Yo.
As she copies the credit card and shit. Like, oh shit. God damn. Oh, you efficient. Okay, you efficient.
Cha-ching! The fucking
Sign
old
here,
cash register
sign-
noise
sign
just
here,
comes out of her
X.
pussy.
Yeah. Those are different these days.
God
though.
bless her, man. She's got some superpowers.
Nah, but the coke shit had me rolling too. The coke shit. She's.
Oh my god.
You on another level.
Yo.
You on another level.
That must be some
damn.
good coke. I'm gonna tell you right now. That must be some good shit. And she's like, this shit is bullshit. Yeah, because you haven't had enough yet. That's the
Anybody
problem.
got coke stories they want to share?
No, but I will tell you, sex on coke is phenomenal.
He said no.
Never. But sex on coke is phenomenal. Ryan says she has an
I didn't
opinion
like the feeling of it. I mean, no shame.
because it didn't make her howl like a wolf.
It was more of a dog. She's like, that just makes me bark. I don't.
Oh shit!
You got Bammer coke. But she just kept saying too, my lips are on fire.
My
My
lips
lips are
are on
pumping.
fire.
That shit's working, girl. That shit's
Yeah,
working.
that's good job.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't like the feeling though. You said you don't like the feeling of coke.
Suck some dick. Nah, I didn't like the feeling of it. Done it twice. Didn't like the feeling of it the first time. Didn't like the feeling of it the second time. Did like 4 lines the first time, 4 lines the second time. Not for me. Don't like the taste of it. Don't like
The taste is horrible, and I will say that fucking the numbing of the back of your fucking throat, man, when it finally hits there and it settles, it's aggressive. It's not a drug.
Well, that's how I was sold to it. That's how I was sold to it at first, because I was popping pills first, and people were like, "Oh, you be like that shit. Here, lick your finger and dip your finger in here." They told me exactly what I was. He said, "All right, now rub it on your gums." Rubbed it on my gums. My shit went numb like that, and I was like, "Whoa, okay, that's kind of dope. That's crazy. That's weird." And he's like, "Yeah, that's coke." I was like, "All right, line me up. Let's go." And I didn't like it. It's just, I mean, I don't know. It's just super jittery. It's just super jittery, super amped up.
I think my receptors
You
are.
feel it like coursing through your veins and shit for a little bit.
Yeah,
And
it's super
when you
short.
Have like real shit. When you have real shit, it's your high shit only lasts about 15, 20 minutes.
Literally.
That's why people continuously do coke, because good coke will only last about 15, 20 minutes. Like, you'll still have an edge to you when it wears off a little bit, but
but that initial
that's how people get
jitteriness.
in trouble, because they chase the dragon.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Right? They keep going because it wears off. They think it wears off, and
Yes, sir.
It really hasn't. It's still in your system, and then you overdose on it.
Update
Or
on
your heart
DMX real
explodes or
quick.
whatever,
Some
but
seriousness.
Wasn't good. Uh-oh.
So this is good. I don't know how long ago this was put out, but
Short time ago, Pix 11 was able to talk to DMX's attorney, Murray Richmond, through a Zoom call, who confirmed that the rapper did have a heart attack, but would not confirm the drug overdose. Here's what he had to say.
He's being in the hospital as a result of a heart attack. He's taken off life support system, and he's breathing on his own. But we are concerned. It would be disingenuous of me to suggest that I'm not a worried man at this particular point. Earl Simmons,
DMX would have a Jewish
in
attorney.
my opinion,
facts,
is one of the great poets of our time. And what he had to say,
Tell me that's not a
if
Jewish
people bother to listen.
dude, I mean the voice. The moment I heard it, I'm like, damn.
Just listen to the
It's
size
never.
of that nose.
It's never.
Listen to the size of that nose. That dude had a honker on him. You can tell by the.
There was a lot
by the
of
voice.
There was a lot of sound from his voice
That dude was
being
super
transmitted
nasally.
through his fucking through his nose. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's good. Oh man, but he's off of life support. I guess that's good news.
So that was confirmed. Okay, that is good. 'Cause like I said, I did see that earlier, but I didn't know if it was legit or not. And they were saying he was breathing on his own. So that is good. That's definitely good. DMX needs to get his shit straight. I didn't know his whole backstory that he got tricked into doing crack at 14 by somebody that he looked up to, by a mentor of his that he was running the streets with. And that's where his whole addiction to everything started, was at 14 years old when a dude laced a blunt with crack. And next thing you know, he was going down a path of doing all kinds of crazy drugs. I guess it was like a dude that was trying to be a rapper. DMX would like do the beatbox, and the dude that he was his mentor and shit and looked up to him, took care of him, was the rapper. And he looked up to him like a big brother, almost like a dad, because DMX was like 14. This dude was like in his 20s. They were like robbing houses together, splitting everything 50-50. And homie gave him a blunt laced with crack, and it was all downhill from there.
Man.
With the drugs, at least.
That's so tragic. That type of shit is so fucking tragic. Isn't that how we lost, I don't think it was a blunt or whatever, but that's how we lost Mac. He got some laced shit.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's conflicting stories there. There's stories that it was fentanyl-laced coke, but then there was also stories that he was doing coke and then popping fentanyl and everything else.
Right. So I heard the fentanyl-laced.
It's kind of conflicting.
But I knew he was a cokehead. I just did not. Man.
There's a story that a dude that writes for the Ringer, I think is what it is. His name's Rembrandt Brown, I think is his name. If you Google him, Rembrandt Brown did a story on Mac Miller a couple of years ago, and it was super detailed. He even puts in the story about, and it was kind of like peak Mac Miller, when people were really finding out who he was, and he was coming to kind of the forefront of the hip hop industry. And in the story, he writes straight up that, you know, he watched Mac unroll $100 bill that had like blood and coke on it still from the night before, and you know, he's cracking like an IPA at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Jesus
and, you know, he was in some shit. Yeah.
That's going hard.
Look up Rembrandt Brown.
Nothing hard. Nothing wrong with popping an IPA open at 9 o'clock in the morning. By the way, guys.
A little thick for me, but like
okay.
At 9 a.m.
So it's the beer.
I mean, I guess if it's like a coffee stout.
I was actually, honestly, like, I would not have a problem with like a Mexican or a Dominican beer at 9 in the morning, but an IPA.
This motherfucker is smashing some.
What are you
beef
eating
right
now? Lettuce. Just lettuce. White lettuce and red.
He said lettuce.
Lettuce.
I hate you.
Oh, God. So amazing.
All right, let's see.
This motherfucker eats a head of lettuce like we eat green apples. He just picks it up in the palm of his hand. This fucking guy just eats around the core and shit.
Give us a good crunch. Give us a good crunch. I'm hoping it's romaine. Jesus Christ.
We know that's his shit. That's his go-to is them romaine hearts.
Yeah, romaine definitely better than that shitty ass, thin ass iceberg.
I love iceberg.
Iceberg is thin garbage.
Where's my glasses of water?
Something about water. What are you playing?
I got some nuts. That's not okay.
I guess this dude was bugging out, and this chick's baby daddy, and she was like put this video online to expose him.
Oh, it's always good. Women, y'all be seeing this. We love these kind of videos.
I gotta stop
Here,
though, because my mom and my brother believe I hate women.
No, No, you don't hate them, and you just you don't have a huge like for them. You're not fucking them.
Thank you for giving me some benefit of the doubt,
Let's
Adam.
be honest. Let's be honest.
Nobody's giving me that much of benefit of the doubt.
We always love.
That's why you're my homie.
We always love when little boys, we all been there before. Little boys get caught trying to bang online, trying to be hard online. Mama comes home just in time, puts him on blast.
You got shit, nigga, without me. When people gotta call me and tell me my son up there doing shit on Facebook when he only was supposed to have a fucking Facebook, you embarrassed now, right? You embarrassed. Look at Corey, y'all. Look at Corey. And y'all need to laugh at him. Laugh at his ass because he had no business doing this. You ain't no fucking G. You not in no gang. You ain't in none of that. You a little boy with freckles on your motherfucking face. You a little ass boy.
That's where it gets me. That's where it gets me the most. You a little ass boy with freckles on your face. Big Mama ain't playing. Big Mama ain't playing.
And the next time you get up here on Facebook and do something like that again, it's going to be a problem. Tell Facebook you...
All right, that's it. But come on, little boys. Y'all know better than that. Big Mama don't play around either. Like,
hey, but legitimately, that shit right there could have saved his life.
Could have. Facts.
If this is the right one,
or could have made him hate his mom even more, right? Like, not that we. I guess.
I mean, it could go both ways, right?
You know,
like
he might act out even more, right?
For the rest of the time, I mean, he's gonna try. It could go both ways, right? He might try to be spiteful and do way worse shit, or actually like try to prove her wrong in front of his people and actually do something really fucked up. Like, that's the unfortunate thing. Like, that's where it can really lead. Or he probably really was set straight. I feel like, and this is the thing about technology, it's like, how far do we go so that if somebody who isn't allowed, you know, it's been set in stone that they're not allowed to have social media, that they can sign up. Like, because it's so easy to just log on to these websites. Even the websites that say, like, click here to prove you're 18 years or over. You can just hit yes. Like, there's no way.
Yeah, well, it's like even Facebook. Facebook specifically tells you must be 13 years or older. And the next question is, please enter your date of birth. I mean, if a kid is semi-smart, he should be able to do the math and be like, all right, I need to put...
I did it.
You know, this year.
The first few years, because here's what happened. So there was a website that had a bunch of blind people on there. And when I got on at 12 years old, they had no age restrictions. Well, about 2 months later after I signed up.
You don't want to shout out the website?
No, I'd say it all the time, but I'm sure a lot of people in here don't really know it. The Zone BBS was a long-time website where actually I met a lot of blind folks. Most of the people that I know today, I met from there. But I was 12 when I signed up, and 2 months later, that's when they had changed their policy that you had to be 13. And I put my real birthday and everything, and so I was afraid of them, like, deleting my account. So I went in and changed my birthday mad quick. So for a few years on the internet, I was always a year older than what. And it's so wild. And it's so wild to explain it to people, like, later who were like, oh, I thought you were closer to me, at least by a year. And I was like, yeah, nope. And I played that shit off very well. But it was to protect me having an account on there because I didn't want them finding that That
Shout out the Zone. The Zone was one of the first places that, like, when I was doing my rehab, going through like blind training and shit. Some blind dude told me about it. And I was like, "What? What is that?" And he's like, "Yo, when you're in computer class, whatever, learning how to use your computer, go, and you browse on the internet and shit. Go to this website." And I was like, "All right." So I went.
Yeah, it was cool. You know, I actually give it to the guys that started the website because it was a college project, and it ended up being something pretty big. So.
I think my boy Brian.
She's underage. This bitch been sending pictures. I got all the screenshots of everybody who done sent her money for. Turn around. Turn around.
Shit.
She has no ass.
Face now.
She has no turn. I said turn the fuck around. What ass you got? And you in here trying to take pictures in my motherfucking house. Bitch, you don't even clean up. You don't even clean up. And you in here taking ass pictures and shit in my house and asking motherfuckers to cash app you $5?
$5?
At the motherfucking camera so your bitch ass friends can see
respect
how
the
nasty.
hustle.
Like,
Respect the hustle.
ask for a little more though. Like, if you're gonna go in, go in. You know what I mean?
Respect the hustle. I feel like we saw one of these a while back where like a mom came in to a little girl's bedroom that was like doing that same shit, and she was like, "You don't even know how to wipe your ass."
Yeah,
properly.
I'm trying
You
to
still got
find that
shitty
shit. I'm trying to
drawers."
find that shit. Because
That one
these are
was
the
so damn
the
funny.
daughter ones are hilarious to me because it's like the son is obviously gonna be some gang shit, some all that, but
Well, we saw the one where the dude popped off his he had a gun or whatever. Like that was just a month or two ago.
right.
Shot that bitch off in his house.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see.
But that was like one of my favorite ones. The chick did. She was like, her mom called her out like, "You can't even wipe your ass right."
Damn it, boy. Still wiping from back to front. Bruh.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. This is a great fucking video.
Yours. So we got one person join. We about to wait. Let this shit get litty. Let all the people come in. You say hello? You say hello to your live viewers? Huh?
Let's come to report in the studio.
Who's Laura? Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Damn, this is the full video too.
All you got is one fucking viewer? Wow.
Her mom's talking shit to her and shit. Like, "Yo, you only got one.
You trash."
You ain't. I can do better than this, and I'm a mom.
Why?
Garbage ass.
Let's see. She waited way
Send up
too
a
long.
motherfucking storm. Like that's something I'll fucking teach your ass. Like this shit some type of fucking cute game, right? Talking about some boot up and your fucking messages back and forth to all these little kids as if that's something I'll fucking teach you. You don't wash your motherfucking drawers. Shit be on there with shit and poop. Just literally wash them. So I'm trying to understand. Can you help me understand? Can you give me to be having social media? Huh? No.
Yeah, this is a mom
But you
exposing
on
her
here, right?
13-year-old daughter.
You know that shit just fucked her up though, because everybody at school now be calling her shitty
Shitty
draws
dog.
and booty butt.
Yeah,
and,
they trying to peel her pants back to see if
that
they see a
shit
stain.
That could fuck her up. Yeah, that could fuck her up.
Yo.
Yeah, she's been fighting in school now. Probably she's been beating chicks up because they call her shitty.
And
draws
chicks is
and things
ruthless,
like
bro. Chicks is ruthless too. So, like, girls would never let this shit go, man.
Yo, I remember going to like middle school with this chick that our colors were like basically green and gold with white for like our sports. And this girl, So the girls' basketball team had white shorts with like green and yellow stripes down the side. And this shit got her period.
Oh no!
When she was playing in a game with white shorts.
No.
And nobody let her live that shit down. Like we were ruthless. It's like 6th grade.
No.
Like, nobody let her live that shit down. Like it was so bad. And it was like running down her leg and shit, I guess. Like I mean, I wasn't there for it, but that's just all what the rumors.
Poor girl.
Like it was going down.
Poor girl. That's horrifying.
But I'm always under the assumption now that I know what I know. Like, don't you know in enough time to like?
Not your first one, right? And maybe that was her first one.
Or
I mean,
maybe in the
I
first,
don't know.
maybe in the
Sixth
first
grade, I
dozen. In the first 1 to
Well,
12.
yeah, because as a woman, I didn't even start tracking mine until I was like in my late teens. Like,
Yeah.
you don't even really think about tracking them. Like you're still, your mind is still of a child, so you don't think about tracking your period.
Man, that's
Ooh,
aggressive.
You would have fucked that girl up.
And this was a private school, yo. I went to a private school until 6th grade. Like this was like Catholic private school and shit. Like
damn.
Yo, if you don't know about Catholic private girls, them girls are fellas.
No.
Get you one. Get you one.
The longer they are not allowed to hop on, the faster they hop on when they get that freedom, boy.
Big facts.
They've got plenty of experience on their knees with beads in their hand.
Dudes was sucking titties in 4th grade. Like behind the church.
Yes.
Behind the church. See this, Jesus? See this?
Yeah, you guys have. Do you know of stories of people banging in your high school? I've told some of mine on the show.
Like inside the high school?
Yeah, they got caught inside the high school.
Bro, listen. You guys know how fucked up the blind community is when it comes to
things
fucking,
in
so
high school for you guys
I went
a
to
little
a
different
blind
than it was
school.
for me. So.
Yeah, I went to a blind school. So a blind school, dude, you know what the fuck we were doing at blind school. It's like a baby
that's what I was
NFB
saying.
convention
Things are
all
a
the
little
fucking
different.
time. A microscopic NFB convention year round,
He
bitch.
said girls
What
were
the fuck do
pregnant
you
at
mean?
14, 15 years old, freshmen with 7 babies already. Like,
Well, the funny thing about that actually was that like our health center was somehow tied into like Planned Parenthood. So birth
course
control
it was.
always
Of course,
offered.
because they don't
Was
want
always
retarded
offered. So
babies.
There wasn't a bunch of fucking babies ran around. Like it wasn't like people couldn't have and didn't have birth control.
yeah, I mean,
Good shit.
I mean, there
Shout
was
goes out
definitely
to
people
progressive
fucking
health centers.
in high school. But I don't think there was a lot of fucking going on in the high school, of course. Like, I mean, dudes
Oh, the
like
high
getting
school
blowjobs
itself?
and
No, my
getting jerked
favorite-
off and
He's talking
shit,
about like
but-
the building and stuff.
Like, yeah,
Okay,
the staff
Yeah,
members
yeah.
actually catching.
Yeah, you're talking about because you guys had dorm rooms and shit. Like, yo, I had to sneak.
Well,
around,
no, yes,
You guys
okay,
were
so that's
basically
part of it.
little
But
college
hold on,
settings,
wait.
but in high
Facts.
school.
Yeah, it was exactly. So it could have been in the buildings, but a lot of times it was in parts of the buildings that a lot of normal public schools didn't have, right? Like underground sections,
Yeah.
in basements and shit. Yeah, weird shit.
My high school basement was where retarded people went to school. That's where I had all my classes. All the jump jocks. We all had we had classrooms in the
Yeah.
basement. Like that was the They call them alternative. To make us
Aw,
feel better about ourselves.
they fucking just soften the blow by
Alternative
changing the
science,
wording.
Alternative. Yeah. We were alternative.
Don't say retarded, say
We
developmentally
crushed it on the
delayed.
baseball field though. But it made it better because I had classrooms with all my homies. Like, me and my friends were all in classrooms together. So
No, my favorite is my brother calling into my radio show after I
dumb jock.
after I graduated. He went to the same high school as me, and my my man called in to tell us a story about the leader of the Bible club was just getting piped down in the janitor's closet, and I love that so much. I'm like, ha! That goes back to the Catholic thing my man was saying here, bro. Biggest hoes.
The leader of the Bible
Club.
Y'all had a Bible club?
Oh, dude, we had everything.
God damn.
We had everything in my school. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, we had a couple buildings. It was on 65 acres of land. It was at damn near a college campus. So there was every activity you could ever fucking.
What was your favorite memories from high school?
I'm so
I
glad
feel
you
like we
talked
probably
about
touched
this because
on the podcast, but what's some of your favorite memories?
I don't know. I like labs where you could mix shit and like fuck shit up.
You fucking nerd. I'm talking about like with your homies.
I
and
definitely,
shit.
I definitely smoked.
You mean high
pot.
school
Like,
days?
I
during that.
reading
like
time.
teenage.
I enjoyed when teachers gave us 30 minutes of reading time, and I
enjoyed our free writing
sessions.
sessions.
Adam's mad because I can do something he couldn't. Jesus Christ, you're so black.
I read of mice and men. I read of mice.
Yeah, he's read of mice and men. He's gonna hold on to that his entire life. He's gonna hold on to that his entire fucking life.
It's the only book I read.
It's the only book you gave a fuck about?
I know.
And Lord of the
only
Flies.
book.
Yeah, because I fell for Lenny. I mean, I felt like I had a connection with him.
Mice and men, I fell for Lenny. I had a connection with him.
I felt like Lenny was my spirit animal long before there was spirit animals.
No, yeah, he was.
You know,
He was.
like, I mean, I didn't like.
But you don't have
rodents and shit, but hey.
you don't have a reliable George in your life, and that's okay.
Nah,
and we're happy to have you here. But no, listen. Good high school days, like those sorts of days, teenage shit. Pretty much doing like cookout shit. I don't know. The most memorable time were most times were like the peaceful time, cookouts.
See, that's weird.
And shit like
It's
that.
so hard for me to wrap my head around that because, like, for you, high school, like, you had people at your high school that tried to bring like family values in a sense because y'all. Some people obviously lived near there, but y'all came from different places. So, like, there was people in your high school that
completely
were supposed
different
to
places.
be like parent figures, right? Like, these are people that are supposed to like, I don't know, give you those.
So yeah, you're
cookout
talking
vibes
about
on
you're
the
talking
weekend
about
and
like
give you those
like dormitory. So like yeah. So what would happen is like
Yeah, like,
everybody
it's
at
just so
everybody
much
at the
different.
school.
It's just so much different.
So like everybody at the school had to vote on an activity. Like cookouts were something that would be an example of something like people voted.
That would
on.
drive
Like,
me bananas.
Like
how many
and then,
people
like,
were in
there
your
was swimming
graduating
shit.
class? I just want to
Dude,
know.
I'm not gonna lie to you and try to. I'm not sure.
7?
16.
4. There was only one. There was only one. There was only one person. And,
Yeah, I mean-
and a guy in a wheelchair. No, honestly, I'm
I had
not. I'm not completely
289
sure.
people in my graduating class, like, and that's actually small for Portland. Like, we were one of the smaller classes.
Oh my god,
289 people. Our graduation was like 6 hours. We sat out on the football field, and everybody got their name called. That shit took forever.
we started at 9:20.
And I didn't even know I was going to
freshman.
graduate until 3 p.m. the day of graduation.
1 hour.
I was still taking tests the day of graduation.
I knew a lot
At
of
2
people
o'clock,
doing
I
that
was gonna
shit
take a
too,
test
bro.
and didn't know.
That's crazy. Jeremy, what are you saying, bro?
You said the day of graduation.
My freshman and sophomore year.
The day of
my
graduation, people were
graduation.
taking tests.
I was. Yeah. So in my school, most people like the last 2 weeks for seniors, they call it like senior like chill weeks or whatever. And pretty much seniors don't do shit the last 2 weeks of school. Like you might have a test here and there, but for the most part, the last 2 weeks, you should be done. Like all your tests are done. You clean out your lockers. You kind of do this and you do that. No, those last 2 weeks, I was in class. I was doing homework. I was doing papers. I was taking tests. Bro, I fucked off my freshman and sophomore year. Going into my junior year, I had the amount of credits that you should have at the end of your freshman year. I was basically short a whole entire year because I fucked off so much. Like I did the bare minimum to keep me eligible to play baseball, and that was it. Like outside of that, I didn't do anything else. The bare minimum freshman and sophomore year to be able to play sports.
That's how it was, nigga.
And that shit caught up to me my senior year. Like,
Hold on,
my
Jeremy,
senior
what you got,
year,
bro?
I was doing shit. Yeah.
No, I was just agreeing with Adam, you know what I'm saying, with the sports, because when it came to blind school, I participated in all the sports, track, wrestling, swimming, and shit like that. I was a big class clown and shit, but shit, when it came to going on those trips, shit, man, I had to.
You did the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, what do I need to do just enough to pass? All right, that's what I'm gonna do.
No.
So yeah, my senior year, I was short like 7 or 8 credits. So yeah, those last 2 weeks, I was taking class after class after class. I even between my junior and senior year, I took some summer classes, and then my senior year, I fucking took night school. We had night school Tuesday and Thursday night from like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. I was doing night school to get caught up on credits. Yeah. I was a dumbass. I was real dumb. Just baseball and weed. That's all I did. Baseball, weed, and 211 Steel Reserve, baby.
Jesus
Someone brought that
Christ.
up during the fucking...
Shut up, my
during the
man
first
Donnie,
date. I
man.
got excited. I was like, yeah, he brought up 211. I was like, oh, God damn, I drank so much 211 back in the day. 211 Steel Reserve with that wide mouth. That shit was good for chugging.
My freshman class started at 9:20.
That wide mouth.
Yeah, no, I heard that shit. My freshman class started at 9:20. We ended up graduating with like 7:68, I think, and that was after.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of fucking. That's a big number, and a lot of that was a mixture of people who either were dumb fucks or did really bad shit and got returned back to district, because that was my school, was a county school. So a lot of the kids were from Patterson for the most part, and
but you kind of had to be accepted.
Yeah, yeah. There was a whole applications process. You had to like write an essay, and there were 13 different like majors you can choose from, and all of them had different things on it. It's like I was telling you guys about the School of Construction.
So it's more like a college prep high school. It's like a preparatory.
Definitely. Vocation, right? Like there was a lot of...
Okay.
So it was a lot of students, but the thing is, you had an opportunity to really focus on something you really liked. And that was for like 2 hours. That was for 2 hours a day. So I don't know. I was definitely very lucky. My mom was asking me, because this year's my 10 years since I graduated, and she's like, "Are you doing a reunion? Are they doing a reunion?"
This year's my 20.
And I was like, I was like, no, not that I know of. And I was like, and she was like, would you go if they had it? And I was like, not really, just because I wouldn't want to spend my money on it. But it's not that whole like, oh, I hated school, I would never go back there. Like, it's like the cool thing to say, fuck a reunion, right? Like, it's like the cool thing to say, school was the worst thing if I don't ever have to deal with that shit. No, it wasn't bad for me. Honestly, it wasn't fucking bad for me. I fucking got away with a lot of goddamn murder. I smoked pot before a bunch of shows that I did. And definitely almost got caught walking through the hallway smelling like a fucking ganja man. You know what I'm saying? But it was
See, for our 10, I went to our 10, and it was kind of crazy because a lot of those people didn't know I was blind. So it was like, it threw them off guard. And that's just that was, I've talked about that before too, is like, for me, like as a sighted person that went blind, like later in life, I had a lot of people that jumped ship. And so even a lot of those people that I associated with in high school and a little bit after high school before I lost my sight, like those people were there, and it was like, yo, I didn't know you're blind. It was kind of like, you knew I was blind, you just jumped ship. Like, don't be a bitch. Like, we're cool. It's okay. I'm well past all that. Like, but you don't gotta come up to me and be like, oh, bro, what happened? I didn't know. Blah blah blah. Come on.
See, that's weird.
We were tight. Let's be honest.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
Don't make things fucking awkward.
But my 10 year was too. It was just like super chill. It was like on the football field, or like we had this giant field like associated to the football field, but it was just like a barbecue. Like a lot of people talk about like, oh, we rented out like a convention center and blah. No, ours is like burgers and hot dogs, and it was like in the middle of summer, and everybody just got together like on the side of the football field. So
Yeah, see, I would totally do that.
I mean, it was cool, but at the same time, it was kind of like awkward. It was just kind of like, I mean, we're hanging out on the same hill we used to fucking smoke weed on. Like, what
But chances are,
who's passing the blunt? Let's go.
No, dude, that's a
keep it
fact
going.
because chances are, the reason why I wouldn't go is because chances are of the people that I actually really liked and the that I got along with and my real friends that I still keep in contact with through social media. And I think that's what's also changed the game. Like, reunions don't really matter because of the fact that you have so much access to the people that you graduated with in the last 10, 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Facebook and Twitter and that kind of shit really changed that. Like, I have most of my Facebook is high school people still. Even if they use it or not, that's still high school people.
And so, like, I had an idea to do a podcast. It was called, like, High School Reunion. And I thought it was a good idea until I stopped to really, like, stop and think about it. I was like, if you really want to keep up with somebody, you're probably friends with them on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Like,
But
you
see,
know everything that's going on with them already.
How
Like,
common is that for somebody who graduated in 2001? I mean, I guess it's a little more common now, but definitely 10 years ago it was not.
Yeah.
Like when you were
for sure.
celebrating your 10 year, I don't, nobody, I don't think social media was that big at that time where everybody had it yet. So it was like, oh, maybe I will see somebody here that doesn't have it.
It wasn't. Facebook was still kind of like
taken off.
Facebook in 2010 was still kind of seen as like a thing for college people, right? Like it was known for college people to link up and associate and figure out where people were going. It was still like that college thing that, we all kind of know Facebook to be when it was in the early stages.
That is true.
Like that's kind of where it was still in 2010.
Were you on MySpace?
It was, and I wasn't going to fucking college. Fuck yeah, I was on MySpace.
Yeah, I was on MySpace.
I was the dude that's changing my song like every 2 days on MySpace.
I was on
And
MySpace.
my MySpace was on point. Like I had the shit. I think we were just talking about this. I had the shit like paste the code.
Yeah, you had to paste the code for the theme and shit that you wanted.
And shit. yeah, dude. I was changing my themes. I was fucking swapping out my music. My music matched my mood that week. Like I was that dude. I was changing my shit up all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. MySpace was the shit though too, and that was a way too. It was late enough too. Like you could connect with people. It had the wall, so you could write on people's wall. And Facebook kind of did that early on too, right? Like Facebook had the wall.
Yeah.
A lot of people would write on the wall. Yeah. And you can still do it now. It's just they call it a timeline and. Nobody really does that anymore because there's Messenger. That was at the time when there was no fucking Messenger yet. They didn't have Messenger.
No. If you were still doing that, you were MSN or AOL. You were MSN.
Dude, I remember the days of Windows Live. I knew Dan on Windows Live before I knew
Windows Live was so fucking invasive because you could send these sounds to people and like blow their shit out. yo.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could. You could though.
You could just send like air horns and shit to people and shit. And they would wake up from their sleep and be like, what the fuck? Why did you just do that? Oh, shit. Yeah, but Facebook, it's so weird because I was in the middle of the transition of what people, what students were using. So, like, I was on Twitter a couple years before Twitter really started popping. And I remember everybody starting to get on Twitter, and I'm like, holy shit, like, I've already been here. But this is so dope that I get to have a bunch of my high school people. It was to the point where I remember senior year, I was in sociology class, and I was just like bullshitting with somebody talking about my prosthetic eye, and and they dared me to take it out. And I'm a real nigga. Don't ever dare me to do something. I will fucking do it. I took it out, and I threw it on the desk like a boss. And they were like, yo, this shit is crazy, right? Well, I see some shit about it on Twitter, and then a couple periods later, everybody's like asking me about it. And I was like, yeah, I saw this shit on Twitter, dog. And I'm like, all y'all niggas is bad looking at Twitter during classes.
In school?
During classes. But the fact that made it around so fast was hilarious to me. That shit was hilarious. Because of fucking Twitter.
Yeah, I got a question. When did Twitter come out?
2007.
08. 7.
It first signed on in 2007. I got my account in May of 08.
08, okay.
Yeah, I got mine like 09 or something. 09, 010, 09, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a trip too, though.
I still have the same Twitter account.
I didn't really get and understand Twitter. I didn't really understand how to
A lot
use
of people
it early
did
on.
it.
Like I didn't get the purpose of. I was using Twitter almost like Facebook in the sense that it was like status updates and shit. And then I was like, no, that's not how you're supposed to do that shit. Come on, settle down.
Microblogging is what they wanted to call it. And I think that's probably why people were so confused, right? Because it's like, how do you microblog something? Like, what does that mean? A blog at this point,
Right.
if people had live journals and fucking
'Cause no one really
Zangas.
knew what blogs were just yet. Blogs hadn't even taken off. Like you had to be somebody that knew something about the internet to know what a blog was.
Right.
Back then. Like,
Right. So
blogs hadn't even really taken off yet.
And they had in the blind world, like blind people had live journal accounts. And that's how
Live Journal, dude.
you remember
Yeah,
Live Journal,
Journal's big.
Zanga was another
Yeah,
one. That
yeah.
was more
I
part
remember
of the
Live Journal
cited
really well.
cited community.
I never fucked with
Blogspot or some shit like that.
Hey, does anybody remember Moco Space?
No.
Booger Space?
I was about to say it, Adam. God damn you.
Yes, Brenda. Oh, I do.
Hold up. Michelle, you know Moco Space?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
Moco Space?
I
had a homie in high school.
Saca
called
de los
Moco
mocos,
because his
coño, saca
face
de
was
los
all fucked
mocos.
up, so he looked like a booger. He looked like a booger.
That's the only thing like blind people ever did that I knew about, because that was never my
What?
world. But I knew
Moco
about
Space?
Moco Space. Yes.
Okay.
Moco Space?
What is
What is
Moco
that?
Space? What is Moco?
Moco Space is just a
It
chat
was like a
interface. It's a chat exchange on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
It's no different than AIM chatting.
Is this like Freedom Chat?
Any of these things now to
Do we
see if
remember
they're
Freedom
still
Chat?
there?
Kind of like it was a little bit. It wasn't the Zone, but it was like the Zone in the sense that you had to sign in, and once you sign in, it was a chat, and you went back. Or you could be there with hundreds of people, or you could be individual, but it was all text.
Audio and everything.
So in the mid,
I never had audio. I only saw the text
radio.
side
There
of
was
it.
audio. Oh yeah, there was an audio side later.
There probably was. I don't doubt it, but I never.
well,
fucked
it's
with
like
it.
the
I'm sure there
clubhouse
probably
for
was
video
exchange, too.
cams and shit. In the mid 2000s was Pal Talk. Do you guys remember Pal Talk?
I do know Pal Talk.
Pal Talk.
I do know Paul Talk.
Yeah, that was another one where it was video. It was video conference rooms, and the reason why I know about it so well is because Opie and Anthony had a whole camera setup. They were one of the first shows to broadcast their show in studio over the internet, so that people could look into the studio whenever they had guests or just see them as they were doing the show. And like the coolest shit was to be able to see the kind of shit that they were talking about in between commercial breaks. So that was a fun time. But seeing a bunch of comics come in like Patrice and Bill and shit like that, and seeing how they were fucking around during the breaks and everything.
Opie and Anthony was big for like Bert Kreischer too.
Yeah.
I'm a big Bert Kreischer fan, but yeah, that was big for
Absolutely.
Bert Kreischer. He was on there a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, I don't. See that kind of shit. I don't know nothing about. Like my first experience in the blind world. Like, I went on a site that was like for playing poker. I got into playing poker.
Oh,
and
was it
then
all
that
for
got me into
like all in play?
Ventrilo.
Was that what it was called?
Ooh,
All in Play, I think that's what it was
Ventrilo.
called,
Yeah.
All in
VT,
Play,
baby.
and then I met people on All in Play, and they linked me up with Ventrilo.
Wow.
And then that was it. Like after that, that's the
Ventrilo.
only really experience I ever had with that shit. I didn't know
Ventrilo
that
and
shit.
Skype. Those two things for me for sure. So I totally get it.
Dude, Ventrilo and Skype
I
were
didn't
like
even know
blind
about Skype
messenger
till well
service.
That was Blind Planet right there. You couldn't.
Yeah, it was.
All I knew is that there was a lot of blind
especially
people
Skype, bro.
J and
Everybody
D
had a
on
Skype.
Like,
And then Skype me. If you put your status to Skype me, everybody around the world could find your profile. Your profile became like public, so you would get all these fucking Middle Easterns just hitting you up and starting like chatting you. Turn on your cam. Turn on your cam. All right. No, I'm not turning on my cam.
That's wild.
It was bananas. It was fucking bananas.
I mean,
you want to take care of some
we
business
can save
before we get
this
out?
for comfortably poor after hours. I want to talk a little bit more about the blind community. Hear some other people's stories. I'm always so intrigued by this stuff, just because, Dan, I was telling you the other day, like, I've been blind going on, 19 years now. And, like, I feel like there's so much shit I'm still, like, new to. There's so much shit I still learn about every day. And I'm like, people did what? This happened how?
Yeah.
So I'm so intrigued by it when I hear these kind of stories. Like, wow, you guys did, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Crazy.
Nigga, I had a biology teacher that let us make little bones and shit. In the classroom. After school, bro.
Yo, lit.
She retired now, bro. Shout out Rebecca Coon.
Yo,
I
had a sick ass science teacher too, though.
Wait. No, I had a history teacher who married her student.
Hold that one thought, Michelle. Let's hold on to that for the Comfortable Before After Hour, and then you can share that story. Let's wrap this up here live for the YouTube and everywhere else. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Catch Hemper.co. Actually, let's do this real quick. Hemper.co. Use code CPPod. If you go to Hemper.co, you can save 5%, which is basically get you free shipping. It is all your smoking essentials sent straight to your doorstep. So Hemper.co, it's a $125 value for only $39.99. It's a subscription, monthly subscription box for all your smoking essentials, wraps, pokers, lighters, stickers. You even get a piece. They have a box that you can get a brand new piece every month. You can get equipment for dabbing. You can get everything you can think of, sprays, everything. They got all kinds of stuff there. So Hemper.co. Use the code CPPod at checkout. Save 5%. Again, basically gives you free shipping. Get all your essential needs sent straight to your doorstep. $125. Value for only $39.99 a month. Shout out Hemper. At CPPod100 across all social media platforms. Hit us up at 844-997-0775. If you want to leave us a voicemail, you got a dope story for us, you got a funny story, whatever it might be, you can leave up to a 5-minute voicemail just saying what up. Be aware it may get used on an episode. It may get played here on a live show, whatever it might be. So again, 844-997-0775 at CPPod100 across all social media platforms.
Yeah! We love